Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of corporate finances to tell you the real story. Today we are diving into some interesting insights from a company called FiscalNote Holdings Incorporated. Now buckle up because we are going to look at a report that seems to be a bit of a recap and a look forward. Alright, so what is the main story here? FiscalNote Holdings Incorporated apparently hosted a discussion about predicting markets. Think of it like a crystal ball for business trends and events. This was on the 18th of February of 2026, and then a couple of days later on the 20th of February. They sent out an email to some investors to talk about this discussion. They've attached the email, a transcript of the conversation, and some extra materials to this report so we can all get the details. It is like they are sharing their playbook for understanding what is coming next. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of what they discussed, let's quickly look at what kind of company FiscalNote Incorporated is. They have Class A common stock and also something called warrants. Warrants are basically options to buy stock later at a certain price. Think of them like a ticket to buy something if the price goes up. Both of these are traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol NOTE and NOTE WS respectively. This means they are a publicly traded company, so their actions and performance are something we can usually track. Now, who is talking about these prediction markets? The report highlights that Josh Resnick, the Chief Executive Officer, and Kimboboglu, the Chief Product Officer, were there. They also had some special guests, Dr. Layla Minters and Randall Bowe, who are listed as strategic advisors. These are the folks who are apparently guiding the company on how to think about and use these prediction market opportunities. So it sounds like a pretty high-level discussion about future insights. The main content of this filing, at least what they are highlighting for us today, is really in these attached exhibits. The email sent to investors on the 20th of February is the first key piece. This email would likely summarize the 18th of February discussion and provide links to the recordings and those supplemental materials. Essentially, they are giving people a way to catch up on what they missed or to review the information shared. It tells us they are actively communicating with their investors about significant strategic discussions. Then we have the transcript of the live discussion. This is where the real meat of the conversation likely is. We can expect to hear the direct insights and opinions shared by the CEO, Chief Product Officer, and their advisors about prediction markets. This transcript would detail the strategies they are considering, the potential benefits, and perhaps even some of the challenges. It's like getting a front row seat to their strategic thinking sessions. This is where they might have dropped some clues about how they plan to stay ahead of the curve. And finally, the supplemental materials. These could be anything from slides presented during the discussion to additional data or analysis that supports their points. They are meant to provide extra context and depth to the discussion. Think of these as the backup evidence for their ideas on prediction markets. Together, these three exhibits are the core of why this report was filed. They are disclosing information that they believe is important for investors to understand the company's approach to future trends. Now, this isn't a traditional financial report like a 10Q or 10K where we see a deep dive into revenue, profits, and losses over a quarter or year. Instead, this is what is called a Regulation FD disclosure. Regulation FD, or fair disclosure, is an SEC rule that requires public companies to share important information with everyone at the same time, not just a select few. So, by filing this, FiscalNote Holdings Incorporated is making sure that the information about this prediction market discussion is available to all investors, not just those who received the email. They are not trading on financial results here, but on insights and future strategies. What does this tell us about FiscalNote Holdings Incorporated? It shows they are proactively thinking about the future and looking for ways to leverage new trends like prediction markets. In today's fast-paced business world, being able to anticipate change is a huge advantage. If they can effectively use prediction markets to make better decisions, it could lead to stronger performance down the line. It is a bet on intelligence and foresight. However, it is important to remember that prediction markets are also complex and can be influenced by many factors. Successfully navigating them requires deep understanding and careful execution. The real test will be whether these discussions translate into tangible business improvements and ultimately better financial results for the company. We will be watching closely for how these strategies play out in future financial reports. So to sum it up, FiscalNote Holdings Incorporated is sharing their exploration into prediction markets, a move that signals a focus on future insights and strategic advantage. While there are no direct financial numbers to dissect in this particular filing, the strategy itself is noteworthy. It is a company looking to use advanced tools to predict and navigate the future of its industry. Alright, that is our breakdown of FiscalNote Holdings Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on this focus on prediction markets? And do you think it is a smart move for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and don't forget to subscribe for more straight answers from corporate documents. Also, make sure to check out our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.